Well, many of us today are struggling with the demands of raising our kids, achieving professional and personal success. Amen to that. Well, our next guest, Paula Morand, is a social entrepreneur and founder of JumpStart 720 International. It's an organization aimed at helping women achieve their goals. She's worked tirelessly to empower women throughout North America, Central Asia, and Africa. And today she'll share some tips, some of her best tips, in fact, right here on The Balancing Act this morning. Hi, Paula.
Hi.
Thanks for being with us this morning.
It's so great to be here, Danielle.
Miss Phenomenal Woman, you won a Phenomenal Woman Award. Good for you. Tell us about that.
Oh, my word. Well, the Phenomenal Woman Award was created to recognize women entrepreneurs who were making a difference, mentoring and providing good leadership to others within the industry, and really helping to provide a light to other women entrepreneurs that are really trying to build a great life and business. So it was a peer voting system, and I'm humbled by winning it, but really I am so inspired and amazed by the women in business that I get to work with every day with the job that I have. So I actually think that they're more phenomenal than I am, but well, honored none the least.
You know, it is a tremendous honor, and you know, you and I were talking a little bit off camera about balancing it all. We both have children, we both have businesses, we both have jobs that can take up just such a tremendous amount of time. There never seems to be enough hours in the day, and given everything that you do, how do you balance it all?
Well, you know what, Danielle? I think it's all about perspective.
Okay.
You know, in my 20s, those were rough times for me. Little ones raising. I actually, went through a car accident and serious illness and a whole bunch of struggles, which many people go through challenges. And I think, at some point you just have to make the decision. And I remember it was around the end of my 20s that I just made the decision that, you know what, I need to live my life and become the leader of my own life. And I actually, really live by this quote that I put together for me, but it says, intentional living is the art of pursuing your greatest dream. And whether you get there or not, you can end your life proclaiming, what a ride. And I just want to go on a ride and really embrace the adventure of my life.
But you know what, you realize that in your late 20s. There's some people who don't realize that until they get to be in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. So that's wonderful that you were able to see that vision in your late 20s and then act on it. And I know we talked a little bit about JumpStart 720. Tell me about JumpStart 720 Living. What is that?
Well, this is so exciting. I've been working with people for about 19 years, from the startup entrepreneur to youth at risk to a gamut of different age groups. But here's the thing that happens. You can't get further ahead unless you are engaged in your own life and want to be really making the decision to move forward. JumpStart 720 Living was actually started based on Matthew 7:20, which was, you will be recognized by your good fruit. And everything that we do as a company with building business and building leaders, we really want people to have good, juicy, succulent, great tasting life. And here's the thing about JumpStart 720 Living and our whole philosophy. If you are building a great, succulent, juicy, great tasting life with the business that you do, with the family that you're raising, with the relationships that you have, then you are naturally going to inspire others to want to have something that you have. And so if they start to grasp that, they're going to do the same thing, and that trickle-down effect is going to happen. And that's what we see every time when we're working with somebody. But, we help them engage the vision of they want more, and then we help them to equip themselves to move forward.
And so then what are some important steps that women can take to move forward and to balance it all? Because there's always so much going on with us, as you know.
Absolutely. We want it all, right? When we feel like we're pressured to have it done now. What I do when I'm working with, especially with women, is to say, okay, listen, let's get an action plan. You know where you want to go, but let's deal with some of the very simple things. What are you procrastinating about? That's a big one. Work-life balance today, the #1 issue in work-life balance is clutter. That's stuff that you're dealing with, papers. How many people now have papers that they haven't dealt with, right?
Yes.
That's right. So what are you procrastinating about? And the other thing is, what are you tolerating? What are you putting up with that you shouldn't be putting up with anymore? And then you've got to make the decision. Get rid of some of that clutter that's really burdening your life down. And not only that, it's the clutter up there in your head.
I was just going to say, there's a lot of stuff going on up here too that we need to try to get rid of. And I know for a while I was a stay-at-home mom. I mean, I stayed at home with my 3 boys, and I have to tell you, that presents its own set of challenges. As I'm sure a lot of our viewers know, what would be your message to moms who do stay at home?
Well, I really think that women, we don't give ourselves enough credit. And the best gift that you can give yourself is to understand that you are a woman of worth. You, exactly where you're planted right now, whether it be with your children all day long, those are relationships that you get a chance to foster and to build. But not only that, if you really make that commitment to live intentionally and really focus on making a difference in the lives of every relationship that you touch, you are not going to feel anything less than fully fulfilled. And I think that being a stay-at-home mom is the best gift if you have that opportunity to be able to do that.
It is the best gift, but I got to tell you, the biggest job.
It
was the hardest
It's
job
a lot of work.
I've ever had. Well,
I agree.
Some good advice. I'm so glad you were here with us this morning to share it.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Absolutely.
And if you'd like even more tips on shaping a satisfying and well-balanced life, or to learn about Paula's coaching program, check out JumpStart720.com.